What's good? What's good? What's good, man? CamJNetwork, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Back with another banger for everyone, man. And today we have another very special guest on the platform today, and it's the heavyweight future star in boxing, my guy, Joshua the Rocket Edwards in the building, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Definitely
sir.
2024 Olympian, no, one of the hottest prospects in the sport right now, most definitely, man. And y'all know I've been on the channel talking about him a lot heavy throughout this past years, especially the past few weeks, especially after him coming out with his knockout win on the Ortiz Jr. and Lubin card a couple weeks ago, man. So definitely,
Uh,
man, salute to my guy, the Rocket, Joshua Edwards, Houston, Texas, finest in the building, man. How you feeling today, brother?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. I've been on. It's kind of been slow boogie for me the last 2 weeks since the fight, but I'm back in the gym tomorrow. Well, next week, Monday actually, and then I'm just ready to get back to my regular routine.
Facts, 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 man. Definitely, man. And of course, here on the platform, man, we always, have our guests come on, just want to give them their flowers and build with them and show them the love, early on. You know what I'm saying? As much as possible, man. And I definitely gotta, salute you and definitely, let you know that I'm honored to have you on the platform today and appreciate you for taking time out of your busy schedule for coming on and rocking with us today, man. For sure, man. Definitely
Yeah,
appreciate you
for
for
sure,
sure.
man. Yeah,
Absolutely. We know you busy. We know you working. You know what I'm saying? Trying to up your
yeah.
game. You know what I'm saying? Day by day for sure, man. So
Oh yeah.
definitely appreciate you for sure.
All
Absolutely.
good.
So just get started, man. So, all right,
Uh-huh.
man. So, just get started. Early life. Let's talk about the early life. Getting, growing up in Houston and everything, and getting into sports. Your early
Uh,
life as well.
I'll say. I mean, I grew up south side of Houston, so if you're from Houston, you know this like real tough neighborhood, especially like where I grew up at and where I still am now. It's just a lot of trouble to get in, and as from a real young age, like I was getting put out of daycares and like elementary schools, like from I was just bad. I wasn't even bad. I just like how I played with other kids is like I would fight, let's fight, let's box. And this is before boxing, but around like 6 or 7, that's when I officially started boxing because like it was like my
Right.
parents were like, okay, we got to find you something to do because we can't keep coming to pick you up from school every day.
Absolutely, man. And I was looking up, me doing my research and stuff around and everything. I was looking up. I know your father was very influenced into you into sports,
Mhm.
specifically boxing. He was real
Yeah.
heavy into you with boxing, and of course, and I know you had another love in sport with basketball, which I
Hmm.
know growing up and into Houston and stuff and everything. For as you had a spurt where you was real head when you started boxing and stuff.
Hmm.
You went into a spurt where you wanted some little time away and you wanted to get into basketball. So you just
Yeah.
kind of let the fan base let us know how you got into boxing, how your father started you into boxing and everything, and then you
O-
can get into the basketball
Okay.
situation after
Okay.
that.
So, what happened? It was boxing from as soon as I officially started boxing. It was boxing, nothing but boxing. Like every day after school, from like the age of like 7 to probably like 16 maybe. That's when I decided I wanted to like play basketball because I was really tired. Like I got burnt out with boxing because I was
Right,
training every day and I wasn't like fighting as much. I had my first fight at 12. I can't remember for sure how many fights I had up until 16, but I wasn't like I was just kind of tired of boxing, and man, basketball coach and all the players was like, man, come on, just come on, because I was already big, like so they was trying to get me on the
right,
team, so I was like, man, let's do it. So first I feel like basketball. I used to think basketball was my first love. It wasn't. Boxing was my first love, but I went out there, I played basketball, made varsity, and I end up breaking my wrist playing basketball, and I remember when I got into when I put the cast on, I was just looking at my hand like, and I was just thinking like, man, if I don't playing basketball, this is more dangerous than boxing. Like this is crazy. Like broke my wrist in the first season I played, and after that, it was like as soon as I get out this cast, like it's straight to boxing, like straight back to it. And I had a new love for it. Like I missed it when I got back in the gym.
Right. Right, yeah, you developed the hunger from not, not being in boxing and stuff, and had your situation in basketball where it didn't go so well to where you came back on fire in boxing after that.
Yeah.
From me just doing my research and stuff. So you can
Uh,
kind of speak on that. Your father, I mean, your fire coming back in boxing after
yeah,
leaving basketball.
man, when I got first of all, it was killing my dad that I took a step away from boxing. Like he was, man, he was, it was just tearing him up, man. I really hated that, but I was just like, man, I want to do what I want to do. Like, why you can't just be happy with what I want to do? But he knew like boxing was for me, so I guess he just like he could see like if my dad can see the future, man, for real. Like he some up with him. But when I got back to boxing, like that's when I went to my first international tournament that following year. After I got back, I trained for a year and I went to my first international tournament. No, first national tournament. I ain't national, not yet. First national tournament, and I only had I went into the tournament on like 17 fights, and everybody else had way more experience. And I got second place in that tournament, I believe. I think I got second place. So that's when I really was like, okay. Like, man, I'm really up here already. Like, I just got to put some more work in, but like I'm among like some of the best in the whole U.S. So after
Right.
that, that's when we just grinding in the gym. Gym got harder. I was going more days a week, and it really was just like straight. Like that's really when I start seeing myself at maybe I can make the Olympics, because like once you win the nationals, you can get on the USA team. I didn't even know it's crazy. I didn't even know what a USA team was. Like I didn't know it was a boxing
Right.
team until I like just about had made it. Like, and that was crazy. But yeah, when I found that new love for the sport, man, it was just straight uphill from there.
Facts, facts, facts. And like you mentioned your father very influenced into, your
Mhm.
career in the boxing and everything, along with, your mother and the rest of your family
Yeah.
and everything, as well as, your coach, man, Melvin Malone. So you can just kind of speak on how much your father and your mother and, Coach Melvin Malone, how much they influenced you into
Yeah.
boxing in your
Yeah,
career.
my dad was the main one pushing me towards boxing early on. Of course, my whole entire family, like they were like they liked the idea of me boxing. Not everybody, but because for some like my granny and my mom, it's like a scary thing. But they, of course, they were like happy with my success and wanted me to like go do what I was meant to do. Because I feel like they all knew what I was meant to do. But like my mom, my granny, it's still like they still can't watch my fights. Like it's just too much, too nerve wracking. But they some of my biggest supporters. And yeah, my whole family. I got a real big family, and it's like it's like in my last fight, 'cause it was close to home, man. It was so many those
Right.
black rocket shirts. It was crazy. It was like 40 family members out there. So it was crazy. That was kind of messing with my nerves a little bit. That had never happened to me before. So that was kind of messing with me.
Yeah.
Because
You was
like
you was at home. You in Texas. You at home, man.
yeah,
They
that
been
was
waiting
throwing
for
me off a
you.
little bit. That was throwing me off, but I locked back in before I fought, and I mean I'm just happy. Like I'm blessed to have such a big family and supportive family.
Absolutely, and you ain't mentioned
Oh
Melvin
yeah,
Malone, your coach too as well. That's your
Man,
man. He been with you from day one.
Melvin been with me since day one. Just about like I first started boxing at the PABA downtown. It's Reverend Ray Martin's boxing gym. Reverend Ray Martin was real good friends with George Foreman. And
Mm,
story goes, true story, Reverend Ray Martin, before he became a reverend, was the man. As far as he boxed, he was the man. He sparred with Muhammad Ali, dropped Muhammad Ali 3 times in sparring. The man did not. You ain't gonna hear
mm,
about all this because he went right on to be
mm.
a reverend. But Reverend Ray Martin supposedly was the man. But that's where I first met Melvin, because he was training there at the PABA when I was like real young. And probably from about after my well no yeah, after my first fight, that's when we first started training together. I won my first fight, but from 12 to now, like Melvin been with me, like, so he he knew, like, looking at my family, my brother, my dad, my uncles and everything, that like I was gonna be a heavyweight. So he just wanted to keep me mobile and keep my hands fast, like, as I continue to gain weight and like grow into my grown man body. So that the movement and like how my style in the ring, that's all him.
Facts, man. Facts, man. And of course, man, just getting into how you get the name Rocket. Let me ask
Man,
that.
my
How
manager,
did you get the name Rocket? Because we
so
got Houston Rockets,
yeah,
stuff like that,
yeah. So
etc. So how
it
did you get the name
started.
Rocket?
It kind of like my manager, like, kind of like, first of all, it's like 2.5 million people live here in Houston. So
Right.
he's seen like the Houston Rockets, the Space City, and he wanted to tie in the whole Houston theme, like, and get everybody
Mm.
behind, like, with the name. And then that was supposed to be the thing, like, okay, the Rocket from Houston, Space City. And then, like, when I started knocking people out, then people was like thinking the Rocket was like my right hand. Like, once he hits you with that rocket, I'm like, man, that just came about. That wasn't even the plan, but I mean, everything worked out for the best. So yeah, the
Facts.
Rocket, it's been sticking. I was thinking about rebranding and doing a different name, but man, they love that Rocket. So I'm just
Yeah,
sticking
you
with
see them
that.
in the comments. They in the comments saying the Rocket and everything right
Man,
now,
I
man.
can't
So
see no
definitely it's
comments,
sticking.
man. Oh, oh, it's a lot of.
Yeah, it's sticking for
Oh,
sure.
okay. Can you still see me right now? You still can
Yeah,
see me? Oh, I ain't
yeah,
even.
y'all can
Yeah,
see. Yeah,
see.
you good. You good. We see you perfect.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know how to.
yeah.
Okay, let me go back because I
So
can't
I'm
do it at the
pulling
same
some of
time.
them up right here, and I'm pulling some of them up.
I ain't even
So
know.
for
It's
sure,
yeah.
yeah, they the comments, man, for sure. They like the Rocket. Okay, so of course they didn't. Me looking at as far as amateurs and stuff. You
Uh,
got a rich amateur history and stuff that had involved and everything, of course. And
uh,
with of course, they didn't have the full amateur record on
yeah,
there, but they still had like the nationals and your fights from around the country and stuff, like which
yeah.
they said they pretty much showed on box rec. They don't show like the full amateur record from all of the amateur fights. They only show like the
Yeah.
nationals pretty much.
Right, right.
And of course, your nationals record was 19-6. But
And that was crazy.
in the process.
Because
I noticed in
go
the
ahead.
process though, you fought some significant names though. Like you fought,
Uh-huh.
Darius Foljum, fought
Yeah,
Najee Lopez, Brandon
uh,
Moore twice.
yeah.
Kind of speak on your experiences fighting some of those guys, which is these guys are
Darius was
professionals and they lit right now a
uh
little bit.
yeah, it was first of all, I did not lose 6 times. That's what's crazy. But
Right.
like with the like, even if you in a tournament, like I was real injury prone when I was like coming up in the amateurs. I don't know why, I was still growing maybe, but I was injury prone. Like, I would have a fight, I win. There was a couple times I win my first fight, win a second fight, and then I'd be injured and I couldn't like go on like to continue the tournament. And that happened a couple times. Like, I lost by walkover. Like, three of those fights was by walkover. So but yeah, I fought with Darius. I've been knowing Darius a long time, like since like 2017. Like, but yeah, I used to spar Darius all the time. We ended up fighting. I won one, beat Darius. I beat Najee. That was my first, when I went to my first national tournament. That's when I beat Najee, and I was just like, my coach. I because Najee had a whole bunch of experience, so it was crazy. Like, getting in the ring with him. But when I got in the ring, bro, I was just shining. Like, I looked good. Like, man, it was like clear. Like, I think it was unanimous. And then I fought Brandon. Brandon was, man, I still feel like I won that fight. That's one of them fights where it's like, come
Yeah,
on, I
I
feel like
see
I
this
won.
different. Like, to see the first one you lost by decision, then the second
Yeah,
one was
yeah. The second one when I,
yeah,
or the second one when I fought, like, it was a walkover. We didn't even fight. It was in the
right.
tournament where I got hurt. I had won my first fight and I got hurt and I didn't fight the second fight. But man, that was crazy. He had reached out to me not too long ago asking for some sparring, but I was like in the middle of camp and I already had my partners and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, I'm still cool with like all them dudes I fought in the amateurs. Like, still cool with them.
Right. So tell us, explain some of your experience for us the Olympics. Of course, 2020, you was working from the amateurs from 2019, working into 2020, where you didn't make the 2020 team, to where
Yeah.
it just upped your drive, upped your grind, your
Oh yeah.
hunger to make it that next go run. So you can kind of explain
Uh,
that journey from 2020 to 2024, and you making the Olympics
man,
in 2024.
the plan when I was growing up was the 2020 Olympics was gonna be my year, and then I was gonna go pro after that, and that was how my story was gonna go. I just had it all figured out. I thought 2020 I was gonna do it. Man, 2020 I was not ready. Like I thought I was ready, I was not ready. Compared to the fighter I was when I made the USA team in 2021, the 2021 Nationals I won, and then 2022 that's when I made the team, and from there I fought internationally. But the international experience is the night and day. Like you gotta have that. Hey, be quiet, man. My dog is tripping.
I already know.
But
You good?
yeah, so just having that international experience, like it's like fighting all those styles and like getting that experience is really important. A lot more important. Like I was sleeping on how important that was back then, but yeah, it's once the 24 the 2024 Paris Olympics is coming up, like I mean, my coach who was just like, man, this is your time. Like they got no heavyweight up there. You gotta go do it. Like you gotta go win the nationals, and then you all you gotta do is just stay on the team, like defend your spot every December after the nationals come, and you good. Like gain the experience, and then boom. So man, that was it. Like we did just that.
Absolutely. And just explain to him how was the feeling when you made it into Olympics? Because I know that
Oh
was what
man, I
obviously
was
just spoke on far
man.
as it just
I
happened and
ain't
just
never
working for so long.
Man, I ain't never been that emotional before. Like I was, cause it was a dream of mine for so long. And when cause I had to beat this like the qualifying fight. I had to beat this big Cuban, and first of all, Cubans, if you don't know, amateur boxing, Cubans they running amateur boxing. Like Cubans is
Facts.
like is this them guys. So it was this Cuban. He was like 6'6", and it was my second fight. My first fight I beat the dude from Ecuador. Second fight I had to fight Cuba, and that was the qualifying fight. Man, I was so nervous before that fight. And then when I got to the fight, I wasn't doing enough in the first round. I think it was still nerves and stuff. And I done been robbed and cheated so many times in the amateurs that when I sat down on that stool after the first round and my coaches was talking to me, man, I wasn't listening to nothing they was saying. All I can think about was they finna if they gonna take it again, like they finna steal this fight. And I was like, man, I'm
Mm,
not letting them steal this fight. And I went out there on something totally different. That next round, I just turned into like a different fighter. Like and did what needed to be done. When they announced my hand, I remember the referee. They announced my name. The referee was holding my hand. I snatched away from him, and
yeah, yeah, I see, I see.
yeah, I was
I was watching
crying in the
that fight the
back.
other day too. I literally was watching that fight. And I said you was so turned up. The referee, he didn't even he didn't even mind that
Yeah,
you just snatched your hand. You was so turned up off of that win, man.
man,
I was like, God is amazing, bro. That was lit.
man, that was crazy, man. And then in the back, like I was like, I was tired, like physically tired, and I was breathing hard, and like my chest was hurting, and then I started crying. I was like, man, am I hurt? Like, am I tired? Like, and I had my ticket. They gave me the ticket to Paris, like the golden ticket, and I'm still like, man, like what's going on? Like I got like I'm a grown man. I ain't cried. I don't do much crying. Like so man, I just started getting emotional. I started crying, and then my coaches we came, I hugged all them, and I sat down in the chair, I'm looking at the ticket, and I just started boohoo crying. I'm just like, oh man, like it was crazy. But that was like one of
Mm.
my most memorable moments, like of my whole boxing career so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, if y'all ain't hit the like button in the comments, make sure y'all hit the like button, man. And if y'all not subscribed to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Me and my brother Joshua Edwards, right now we having a great conversation, man. So definitely support the
Yeah,
channel by hitting the like button. And it's another feature on YouTube that's new right now called the hype button. Make sure y'all hit the hype button as well. They use 3 a week. Make sure y'all use them on CamJ Network for sure. So definitely getting back to the conversation at hand though with my brother. All right, just to ask some little fun questions, man. So Houston, man, of course. Um, how you like football? So you a football fan of the Texans, man? Who your favorite NFL squad?
I'm more of a basketball fan, I would say, than
Okay,
football. I like the Astros too. So baseball a little bit
Astros.
too. Astros and the Rockets, man,
And the
them my
Rockets, y'all
guys.
lit right now, man. Y'all got KD down there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
Y'all lit.
showing
So how
out.
you feel about the Rockets?
Yeah, the Rockets, man, they showing out. I feel like this chemistry is real good. I feel like we maybe missing one piece, but I feel like they
Hmm.
could figure it out. But yeah, I like the Rocket squad this year. Is they gonna do good this year? I feel like they got the team to make it. So it's just gonna be about the coaching, and the coaching is gonna have to do what they supposed to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. And another fun question: favorite music artist, man? You know, there's a lot of artists down there in Texas, down there in
Houston.
Houston, of course. You
Okay,
know what I mean? So, what's your
I'm not
favorite
gonna do
music?
no order. I ain't gonna do. I can't pick a like living or just like just a few of
Both
mine.
living, dead or alive, both.
Uh, Being from Houston, Big Mo, Big Pokey for sure. That's like automatic. Living, no order. Like you got Sauce Walker, Cartel Bow. You got man, it's so many like D Baby. So a lot of them guys I'm actually cool with. Like Houston is real supportive. Like Houston is a super supportive place. So if you're doing something positive, like people gonna get behind you. So but
Facts.
yeah, this is like a lot of my favorite artists in Houston. I feel like I hope I ain't missing nobody.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Oh yeah, I did. Dang, I almost forgot his name. He was in that movie too. I can't remember his name, man. I can't remember his name. He's from A Leaf though. Yeah, I can't remember his name. But yeah, he one of them ones too.
Definitely, man, definitely. And speaking about this Houston in general, how speak about how the boxing culture, because the boxing culture in Texas around the whole entire state is pretty big, man. With
Mhm.
fighters like, of course, Earl Spence, the
Yeah.
Charlo brothers. Of course, you just fought with Virgil Ortiz on his undercard in recent time. And
Right.
speak about how the boxing scene is with the state of Texas and along with Houston and stuff as well.
First of all, his name is Toby. Toby Nwigwe. That was his name. But with I mean, Texas, man, like Texas is just different when it comes to like the home feeling, like down southern like hospitality. Like, man, like they real boxing fans here in Texas. Like Texas, like it just love like boxing as a whole. So when I came, like I didn't even know that crowd because I was like what 3 fights from the main card. It was 3 fights after mine.
Right.
So like when I came out, like I was like, man, it's a lot of people like out here already. Like, cause I didn't fought on some cards. Like I fought in Chicago, it was a nice crowd, and then I fought like on a Jake Paul undercard for my third fight. But it wasn't as many people out, so it was like, man, they really coming for the main card. So when I had seen all them people out just showing love, like I was like, man, it was kids dapping me up, telling me I'm their favorite fighter. I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, but it's just like, man, it's the best feeling in the world when like your dreams, like what you put in, like you start to see it back, like and others can see it. Like
Right.
so that be like crazy. Like my little sister, she just texting me that dude's name, but I already got it, Toby. I got it already. But yeah, it's just crazy when you can see like people can see your hard work and they praising you for it. Because a lot this man, this is
Absolutely.
the loneliest sport in the world, man. People say that, but people don't really understand. Like it's a lot of alone time, a lot of like just grinding without and people don't see the grind. They see you getting the knockouts and stuff, but they don't just realize how much go into doing that
Behind the
and being
scenes.
that guy. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And get to it. Golden Boy, man. So of course, you signed with Golden Boy. Speak
Mhm.
on how the situation came about with linking up with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy, and and how it felt when you signed on your first
Mhm.
pro deal.
First of all, with Oscar De La Hoya being an Olympian himself, I knew like he would be able to see my talent. Um, but my
Facts.
manager, once I signed with my manager, he he has a cruiserweight that signed with Golden Boy, so he already kind of has a foot in the door. Like with okay, he's good at producing, like he's bringing talent. So when he shot me at Golden Boy, like and told them that I was interested in signing with them, immediately they was on like okay, let's do it. Like I'm talking about they sent a contract within the week and had my lawyer look over it and everything looked good, and we right in the door like we was with Golden Boy, and then they had me fighting like I think we signed the contract maybe January 1, maybe February 1, and my first fight was in April. So and I've been fighting. I was at one point I had two fights within 35 days. So they like I told them I don't want to be
Facts.
put I don't want to be put on the shelf. I want to stay busy, continue to get better, and man, they doing a perfect job. Like I didn't realize how good of promoters they was until I was signed, but they really do their job.
Most definitely, man. They definitely doing a great job with you, and they keeping you active. That's the most,
Yeah,
important thing is keeping
for
you
sure.
active and busy. Which
Mhm.
you 5 fights in, 5-0, 5 knockouts. That's a professional already, and those 5 fights is in this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So usually
April to
crazy.
November, like yeah,
Crazy. That's amazing, bro.
um,
Amazing. And like you just been sparking everything moving. You know what I'm saying? You haven't went past the
three
third
rounds.
round in any of
Yeah,
these fights. You know what I mean? So definitely it's been amazing to watching everything
and
and
that man,
looking at Golden Boy. Go ahead.
that last fight, man, threw me off. That fighter threw, man, he had me thrown off
Hey,
with my
he
punches,
frustrated you
man.
a little bit though. But one thing I love about your style is like you're versatile. Like you
Uh,
like as a heavy, it's not many heavyweights that you can see that can purely like box. Like you
yeah,
can
ain't no
box.
more.
You got skills. Like you can fight. I seen you fight on the inside. I seen you fight on the outside. I seen you fight mid range. You can
Yeah,
fight any style that I've seen personally, man. So that's why
yeah,
I enjoy watching you. Was made me be a real fan because I'm like, now we got a heavyweight that can fight in all styles, as far as the mid range, the outside,
yeah.
and the inside. Like that's definitely different for sure.
Yeah, that was the plan for me. I wanted to be as versatile as possible because having perfecting one style only gonna get you so far. Just like for every style, it's like a clashing style that could like nullify that. So being as versatile as possible, that's gonna keep you from. Because after they cheated me in the Olympics, I vowed to I'll never lose again. I'm never gonna lose ever again. So that's when I really just started honing my craft. We got with Ronnie Shields too, and my strength and conditioning team. So we just like, man, it's my job, and I treat it like my job. Like I take it very seriously, from eating right to not going out to 2 workouts a day. Like, man, it's serious business.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And just speak about far as like the experience in that last fight, far as your last fight on that card in particular with Ortiz and Lubin.
Mhm.
It was like you said, mention it. No, it was a hometown fight pretty much for you because it was in Texas and stuff. Was that the first one in Texas as far as professional
Yeah,
for you?
first one
That
and
was the first
first
one.
one
Okay, yeah, because
in
you've
the
been on the
course.
road.
Yeah,
You've been on the road these first four. So
yeah.
you can
San
speak about that.
Diego. I fought San Diego my first fight. Second fight was in Vegas. Third fight was in Cali. Fourth fight Chicago, and then Texas. So yeah, close to man. Once my family figured out I was gonna be in Texas, man, they all planned to get there and all kind of stuff. And I was trying to stay out of that so I wouldn't be distracted. But
Right.
it was still like nerve wracking. Like man, all my family like out here, like from little cousins to old aunties and aunts. So man, the support is real.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And all right, so we get into a little bit of conversation, man, about some of the guys, man. So of course,
Mhm.
how does it feel to be a professional compared to the amateurs? You can speak about that first, then we can get into some other.
Man, of course I needed my amateur experience in order to be able to like be at the level I am now as a pro.
Right.
But man, this is everything I dreamed it would be. Like, man, I wish I would have been able to go pro like much earlier. But of course I needed my amateur experience. So I mean it's like of course I want like the pros. is literally like everything I thought it would be. Like you can take your time, because in amateurs with 3 rounds, like you 3 rounds, 3 minutes. It's like a bull, like a dog fight. Like it's just like you got no time to show no skills, no nothing. Like you can't do anything. You like to stand out. You just gotta just punch, 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 punch. And
Facts.
I feel like it's more like a game of tag. The amateurs is like a game of tag, but in the pros and like I started training different. Like the training looked different. It was more about like making every punch mean something, whether that's with power or that's setting up something so you can land what you want to land to get guys out of here. So that was the big difference in amateurs versus pros. So yeah, man, I'm just loving it right now. It's just it's a walk in the park for me. I mean, the training is hard. Training is crazy. I'm sure I'm out training anybody. Right? You think you're working harder than me? You're not working hard enough. But
Facts.
yeah, man, the pros has been a breeze. I'm loving it.
Facts, man. Facts. And let's get into no. So of course, man, I seen some content with you where you know some people asked you some questions about some fighters and stuff in recent time and stuff and
Mhm.
everything. And just the heavyweight division. Just ask you this: how do you think about how you look at the heavyweight division right now, in
They need
particular,
a
how
savior.
everything looks?
They need a savior. And I know I'm the one to do it, but I'm not ready. I'm not there yet. I'm gonna continue to elevate, continue to get better. It's gonna be like it's gonna take me some time to get to the top. But man, the heavyweight division it's sad what's happening right now. It's like guys that look like they don't even belong in a boxing ring. It's like running a sport.
Mm,
It's sad, man, because I'm a student of the game for real. Like so I take it very serious, and it's like a slap in the face when I see people that don't even shouldn't even be in a boxing ring. Like it's just it's doing what they doing and in the sport, and it's because it's the lack of true training. So I'm ready to just I'm not there yet, but I'm ready to be there. Man, I'm ready to be there tomorrow. But me and my team and my promoters, they're not gonna rush me. They're gonna make sure like I take my time and get to the top. That way once I get there, I don't gotta take a step down or take a like fall off. Like once I get there, I'm there to stay. And that's the plan. And especially the UK, man. The UK, they just rushing so many people up there, don't even belong there. It's ridiculous, man. So I'm ready to bring the heavyweight title back to
okay.
the US, to Houston. Matter of fact, you still there?
Uh, yeah, I'm here.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I had to switch my earpiece out for a second. So,
Yeah.
um, all right.
And when
So,
I say like, and when I
what?
say that the heavyweight division, like, it's not what it's just not what it used to be, man. People, boxers that like heavyweights that aren't even complete boxers, like it's just like they just big punching machines. No fundamentals, not even a jab, like something as simple as a jab. Like it's just like I want to bring like like the Holyfields, the Ali's, like bring back the complete boxers to the heavyweight division, not just be a big punching machine. Because everybody now they just want to be a knockout artist, and they rushing like they put yeah they got power, but like that's not going. You see, like just power is not enough. Like just power is not
Facts.
enough. Like people with skills gonna come and make you look like a clown. And like man, and no disrespect to Deontay Wilder had all the power in the world, but when you don't got your fundamentals, you can't go back and go get them. Like you gotta
Facts.
start with your fundamentals. Like Deontay Wilder was a knockout artist, knocked out everybody he got in the ring with for years. But once he started to see like boxers who had like fundamentals, then you gonna look like you don't belong in the ring.
That's definitely a fact. And no, with how I look at the heavyweight division, I look at it as like it's competitive, but it's not as talented as it was in the past and
Yeah,
in the years, as far as the 80s, the 90s, the early
yeah,
2000s and stuff.
and
It's
that's
not
what I
as
mean.
competitive as that. And I think
Mhm.
now it's like guys like yourself. You got some other guys that's coming up in the game in the heavyweight division and stuff.
Yeah,
Like the Moses Atumas, the
yeah.
Terramona, which is he's over there with Matchroom and everything.
I got sparring with Terramon a couple times.
Yeah, so definitely, it's definitely interesting how the layout is, especially you just seen Fabio Worley. He just became champion, getting elevated
Yeah,
after
seen
Usyk
that.
just vacated his title, which is he still got the other three. So it's very interesting and stuff. Tuma, he's about to fight Franklin. Then you got Ajit Cabiel, he's about to fight coming up in his hometown in Germany and
Mhm.
everything. So it's guys that's active and everything, but the landscape is like it's kind of like scattered a little bit. Like it
Yeah,
ain't all of the fighters in the division coming together and fighting each other yet 100%, other than like some of the top guys in
right.
particular.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
who you got your eyes set out in the division, and how you look at the future for us, like like I mentioned with Atoma,
Yeah, he the
Terramona,
one I'm
and
eyeing
those
right
guys.
now. And I didn't even know who Moses was until Ring Magazine did like they did an article and they was saying like can Joshua Edwards be what Moses is for the UK? And I was like,
Mm.
who is this Moses dude? I don't even know this
They
Moses
already
dude.
that's crazy. They put your name in the
And
conversation with him already though, and he got
yeah,
more fights
like
than you.
and when I seen that, I was just like, hold on, he finna fight who? And he got 12 fights. I was like, yeah, they rushing, and I feel like Moses. I'm not saying Moses is nice. Moses is
Right.
nice. He young and he nice, but I feel like if they used to slow him down just a little bit, just to make sure he get all the experience, like see everything before they throw him to the top. Because right now they looking at they trying to get him to the top by the end of 2026. And I feel like that's just a little early, like for he's like 20 years old.
Facts.
So he probably ain't even done growing. So it's just like a lot of people I feel like they just rushed a little bit. Like going back to Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, bro, he had all the potential in the world. Like he was that guy. Nobody wanted to get in the ring with him. Like he was knocking everybody out, putting everybody to sleep like for years. But I feel like if he would have took more time with his coaches and like developed a little bit more stuff before he got to the top. Because once you're there, you there. Once you're there, like ain't no stepping back down. Either you gonna fall off or get knocked off. So like I feel like if he would have took a little bit more time and developed some stuff, like maybe like changed his like got some other coaches in his camp, then he would still be the man. But I look
Facts.
at him
Facts.
like as an example, like man, he's like the just power alone is not enough. So I just want to be complete as I can. And another complete boxer that
Absolutely.
I can say is Usyk. Usyk is the most complete boxer in the game, and with him weighing at 226 pounds, 6'3", his last fight, that's showing you you don't know you not gotta be 6'6", 6'7" to be the heavyweight champ. Like skills will get you there. It's cause size do not equate to skills at all, actually. Like usually the bigger guys are the easiest ones to like to deal with.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I see it like I mentioned in your game for us. Just the versatile game that you have that you bring into the division, and that's what excites me because you
Mhm.
guys like I see Moses Atonement. He has some skills as well, and like you
Yeah,
mentioned, Alexander Usyk, he's the king of the division, of course, and he
yeah,
got the skills, and he done beat Joshua twice, beat Fury twice. You know what I mean, and
yeah.
swept through
Wait, hold on. It just paused. Something just happened.
two of them. He got
Oh,
two of them out the way. He didn't get the Wilder, but he got two of them for sure.
yeah.
So definitely. And my boy, salute to my brother Poe Pounder. He said, "Can the Rocket make Bridger weight 224 pounds?"
I could because that was a question on whether I wanted to make that weight when I was first getting signed, but my manager and Asa De La Hoya like at Golden Boy they was like okay the money really isn't
Heavyweight.
heavyweight, and I feel like because I could make that weight, but I'm not done growing. I'm not done. Like the me and
Right.
my family grow till we 27. Like, and I weighed in at 231 my last fight, and I don't got no fat on me. So trying to trim down is gonna be hard. Like I'll be cutting muscle. Like I'm already like single digit body fat, so that's kind of tough to get down to them smaller weights. And plus, like Bridget weight, it's I feel like it's not a as popular weight class as heavyweight. So
Facts. It ain't
yeah.
really much smoke up there for real,
Yeah,
honestly. That's why like
it's
the
not as
money is
much
in the
established.
heavyweights.
Yeah, it's not as much established as like even cruiserweight. I feel like it's bigger than Bridgerweight. It's just
Facts.
not like a but like Bridgerweight, man, I feel like I smoked that division. Like I feel like man,
You
Bridgerweight,
you be
man.
undisputed in Bridger weight.
Yeah, I feel like I'll be undisputed by next year. About like, but I mean, I'm much rather take the bigger challenge and go to heavyweight because I feel like heavyweight is just it's a harder division to be in when you somebody that's my size. I'm 6'3", 230, like, and that ain't small, but you got guys that's 6'7", 6'6", 260. So it's like I feel like that's a little bit more competition. So I'm up for it.
Facts, facts. And who you model your game after? You know, who your favorite fighters of all time and
Evander,
who you model your game after?
I model my the heavyweight I model my game after the most is Evander Holyfield.
Facts.
Um, Evander
I see it
Holyfield.
too within your style too.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and my coach Ronnie actually he trained Evander, and my manager managed Evander. So it was crazy how that happened. But
Mm.
yeah, Evander Holyfield, as far as heavyweights go, like he was a because he came up from cruiserweight and he put on like muscle, like he put on nothing but muscle, and like man, he was just the truth, bro. Like Evander was the truth, and people slept on like when he got ready to like, man, this man, people gonna hate me for this, man, but I gotta say it.
Go ahead.
Uh, like the Tyson and stuff like that. Like, man, Tyson was nice. Tyson was nice. Tyson was that guy. Like he sparked fear in the division. But Tyson just a little bit overrated to me, man. Like when he fought
Bro,
actual
that
comp,
conversation been crazy lately.
man.
I've
When he
been, hey,
fought
you ain't the only
yeah.
person that said that. I've heard my brother Dean from Philly and some people
I'm
they've been
telling
speaking
you.
about that on Mike Tyson recent times. So you ain't
And
the
I ain't
only
taking
one,
nothing
brother.
away from Tyson. Tyson was that guy, but when he fought like competition on his level, he folded. Like Evander beat him twice. He fought Lennox Lewis, lost. He lost to Buster. You see what I'm saying? He lost to
Lots
the
of during
guys
his
when
big
he
fights.
knocked out a lot of people, but them people wasn't top notch
At
like
least.
contenders. And then when he fought top notch contenders, he just like he lost. So like whatever. That's why I give kudos to Evander, bro, because Evander fought like he went right at Tyson and wasn't scared either. Like when I talked to Evander on the phone, because my coach knew him personally, he told me, man, one thing about me, I'm a man of God first. God first, and I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna ever quit. I just wasn't gonna give up. And I can see that in his style. Like he went at Tyson, he fought Tyson how like he fought in the pocket. Like I'm gonna beat you at your game. So yeah, I model my style the most after Evander. My jab, I would say Larry Holmes for sure. Um, as far as movement goes, Roy, because Roy was what he can do is he can make you feel like he was like exposed or like he can he would like make you feel like you got a window to like punch him or touch him, and then he would turn it
Dang.
into like he would turn around on you, like he would do a quick pivot and then he catching you. So that's
You
why
know to
I
roll
love to
out the
like do
shots
that.
very well.
Yeah, I like to set traps and stuff like that too.
Facts. Yeah, obviously, hey, the traps you said in that last fight was
Yeah,
that was crazy. Definitely, like you can see, like your vision, your IQ. You
yeah,
trying to set traps, like where you were real a man to even allow them to even get a punch in and almost
yeah.
get a
To get
punch where
one.
they don't end up getting a punch off, but you
Yeah,
countering off, sparking off, right out the
right.
gate, crazy. Like, and that's it's a beautiful thing to watch for sure,
Mhm.
bro. For
For
sure.
sure, for sure.
For sure. And tell me some of your some of the the current guys that you like for as far as all of the divisions right now within the sport.
But um Tank, he's not as active right now, but Tank. So Bud, Tank, Bam, nice. I gotta say Usyk, of course. And I'm only gonna put four. I gotta say, I
You
think
like
that's about
Boots?
it, man. Oh yeah,
You
Boots
like
nice.
Boots?
Yeah, Boots. Yeah, Boots is nice. I knew I was forgetting somebody. Yeah, Boots. I like how crafty Boots is in the ring. He real
Facts.
crafty, and he the same like with that setting traps, and you thinking he like you reach out to touch him, and then he disappear on you. Like I love that kind of like boxing. That's what boxing is to me. It's
Facts.
hitting and not getting hit back. That's why I don't like a lot of the heavyweights. So cool with just like trading punches, man. That just I hate like boxers who just trade punches until one of them drop. Like, man, they do that out on the street, like just trading punches until somebody drop. I feel like in the boxing ring, you should be able to show your skills and your number one boxing. The meaning of the word boxing is to hit and not be hit back. So I feel like
Absolutely.
at least you should be able to do that. To you call yourself a boxer, you should be able to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man, for sure. And let's get into, of course, big card this Saturday.
Mhm.
Definitely got to ask you about some of these fights. Get your prediction on some of these fights, man. On these four fights on this big card for Ring 4 coming up.
I actually got
Um,
a guy I work with in the gym, not spar with, but like we train together, Vito.
Vito
He
Milanicki. Yep, he fight
yeah,
on
yeah,
on the prelims.
yeah, I train with him in the gym a lot. He trained with Ronnie also, so of course I'm pulling for him. He gonna do his thing for sure.
Vito, yeah,
But
Vito, yeah. He was a little. It was a little hostile at the press conference today for Vito. Him and his op, man, they was going at each other a little bit. It was kind of
yeah,
fire for real. Vito, it was. I was seeing Vito add some spice. I'm like, oh, Vito up there getting a little spicy up there today. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
Vito. I ain't see
yeah.
him
Vito
get
ain't no,
really
yeah, he
aggressive
ain't
so
no
much in press
pushover, bro. He
conferences
not
that
no
much.
pushover. Yeah,
Facts.
one thing I also like about Vito, he a student of the game also. I like to call myself a student of the game. I just like when I point out things about other boxers, it's not like a knock or like nothing like that. Like it's more so like a me learning from a mistake. I feel like they
Right.
like that's what like that when I point out stuff, that's what is more so me doing. Like I want to be like learn from. I don't want to have to make the same mistakes other people made. I want to be able to see things and be able to like see if I can like keep from making that mistake. So I feel like that's maybe one
Absolutely.
of my biggest strengths. Like I can see, like, okay, what did he need to win this fight? Okay, so what's the reason why? Like, what was the reason why he didn't have what he needed? And be able to get that, whatever that is, then I need to do that. So that's what I like to do.
Facts, facts. So just get to this card, man. Um, Abdullah Mason versus Sam Noakes, man. Abdullah Mason definitely,
Abdullah.
a rising young star in the game at
I got Abdullah.
135,
I feel
and he
like
definitely been cooking. Go ahead.
I feel like ain't nobody I feel like ain't nobody got nothing for Abdullah in this division. But the only thing Abdullah that been caught before. I feel like as long as he been like cause man, I can't even talk, man, cause my hands be down. But I ain't got caught yet. But
Right.
I feel like with him at his level now, like just sharpening up just a tad bit more on the defense. He done been caught, but of course he bounced back fast. But like when he landing those money punches, sometimes he'll leave himself open. So I'm just hoping that he don't get caught in this fight. But Abdullah, one of them people, if you don't knock him out, you're not beating him. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so I feel like he
Absolutely. I would
got
say with Abdullah, with him is like that fight with Vasquez that he particularly had.
mhm.
He definitely got knocked down twice, but then literally come back and spark him, get him out of there
Bingo.
right after.
Yeah,
Right after
yeah.
that. And I kind of, I'm from Ohio, so I'm from Cincinnati. So of course I'm
Oh
always
yeah,
going for
man.
my Ohio
Ohio,
guys.
yeah.
So I'm going
Uh-huh.
for my Ohio guys always. So Abdullah,
Mhm.
of course, a lot of people. It's been a lot of conversation with Abdullah where they were saying, "Yeah, Abdullah, they thinking he's chinny and stuff." But then I had to explain to people like, "Yo, yeah, that's one fight that y'all seen from him where he then got knocked down
Yeah,
twice in the fight, and then he went up and he stopped the guy. But then
yeah.
we done seen, pound for pound, great right now. And now, anyway." He done got knocked down 3 times by guys.
Bingo.
Three fights the past
Mhm.
year by 3 different guys. He done got knocked down in a fight, and people didn't give that same flack that they gave to Abdullah to they did,
Yeah.
with anyway, the same way. So that's why I said like
Uh,
people be having so many double standards in this game, it'd be crazy.
mhm. Yeah, yeah, that's fact. Cause I almost named Anyway earlier when you said name some name that you think about, but um, yeah, I just feel like, man, they be so quick to judge us, man. Like even with me, like
Hmm.
I ain't got hit in my professional career yet, but people crying and people talking about, man, keep your hands up, and it's just like, and I take criticism well. Like I know I need to have my hands up. I know when I need to have my hands
Do
up.
you?
Like
Let me ask
I've
you.
been
Let
boxing.
me ask you. I ain't even stop you. I ain't even stop. Do you think
Go
that?
ahead.
Because I seen some people. I seen some people with the last fight that you had, where a couple weeks ago, where like some people try to give some like little criticism, little flack
Yeah.
to it because they felt
Uh-huh.
like you was supposed to get them out of there in the first round and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
which was
I'm gonna
crazy to
tell you
me.
something
Like,
about. I've been boxing for almost 20 years now. So some people you're not gonna knock out. You're not gonna knock everybody out. Some people just was born with a chin and just got big heads. Like some people you just not gonna knock out. But so when after, and I never did land my right hand flush because he didn't want to pull his hands down. I never did land my right hand flush, but once I figured he wasn't gonna never open up for me to land my punch. I just from there it just was me about me showcasing my skills and keeping him from touching me. So anytime he tried to like do something, I was just making sure like he wasn't gonna touch me. And I'm aware of my distance and my timing. I don't never be right in front of somebody and have my hands down. Like I'm aware like of where I'm at in the ring. I can feel like I got a good ring IQ. So when people be saying like keep your hands up, do this, do that, like I see it, I understand what you're saying. I'm aware of what I'm doing, but of course it's like you can never stop learning this sport. So anything that people say to help, like I'll take it. It's like, as long as you're not hating, I'll take it. Okay, cool. Like, okay, I got that. I see that. I'm gonna tighten that up type thing.
facts, facts, facts. And other fight on the card, Bam, man, Bam versus Fernando Martinez, man. How you think that fight gonna go?
I got Bam. Bam is like a wild animal, man.
Workhorse.
Bam is like he be beating people's senses. I feel like he gonna beat the brakes
Yeah,
off dude. I feel like Bam, he
man,
just
I
got it
got Bam
all, man.
too.
Bam just got it all. He young, but Bam just like, man, some people just put on this earth to fight, man. And he just one of them guys.
Definitely, man. I'm definitely a big fan of Bam, man. Bam been cooking at that
Mhm.
115-pound division, man. He
Yeah.
trying to unify. He trying to get, if this is a title fight right here. Is where he'll definitely be unified even more with this fight with Fernando Martinez. But he's trying to become undisputed at 115 before he jumps up in the weight class at
Mhm.
122 up next. So definitely, man. I'm definitely
And
intrigued to see Bam Bam this Saturday. Go ahead.
another thing I can't call because I don't watch enough film on him is the Haney and Norman. I don't
I was
know.
about to
I
ask you
can't
that. I was going to ask you
I
about that next.
I ain't did enough research on Norman. I can't call that one. Uh Haney, I feel like he a good boxer for sure. Like I feel like he can buy he boxes better than most. But this guy Brian, I don't know. Like I know he been all smiles lately, so I feel like he knows something. So but
A
I can't
confident.
call it, man. I ain't watched him enough.
Yeah, I would say right now because I've been covering that fight with Haney and Norman from when they like literally like when they was locking it in, months ago. And like the build up for this fight, the covering this fight has been crazy. Just it's been
Yeah.
insane. Just the back and forth with the fathers, the sons going back and forth. But I felt like with this fight in particular, I feel like it's so much of a real 50-50 up in the air fight right now to me building up. Like one day I'm thinking Norman gonna win. Then another day I'm like, man, I can see Devin winning this fight. So it's like me from the
Yeah.
perspective that I'm looking at it. I'm looking at both angles where I can see both sides winning and and they own perspective for sure. But that is just something about B Norman with that confidence, man.
Yeah,
Because a lot of
man.
people that they keep denying him, basically saying like, "Oh, Norman, he don't have good footwork, he can't box and stuff. Haney's going to outbox him and everything."
But
But
one
Norman,
thing about that
he's sparred.
confidence,
He has sparring sessions. He's sparring with Tank and Bud Crawford.
yeah,
He
you
even been in
just
the ring
don't,
with some guys.
man, you just never know. That's the thing about boxing, man. It's just like you in a sport where one punch could change the whole entire fight. Like it's not like a momentum type sport like basketball and football. You need to
Right,
build a momentum and then you can. It's not like that. Like you can be beating the brakes off somebody and then get caught, and that changed the whole everything. Like your game plan,
right.
like everything. So man, it's just like it's hard. The boxing is always hard to call. I got Devin. I feel like he got more experience, but something about this confidence Brian got just making me nervous. Like, man, what you know? But I can't even go all in on that because and I actually like him when Virgil when he just fought
Yeah,
man,
for a
what's
little
his
bit.
name? I forgot it. Yeah, Lubin, Eric Lubin. Man, bro, Lubin was all smiles the whole weekend. Press conference, everything,
Right.
all smiles. I'm like, man, this dude knows something. Like, man, even me and my cousin was talking. He was like, man, I feel like he knows something. He been all teeth all weekend. And I'm just like, man, I feel like he might got something for Virgil, but I'm pulling for Virgil because like then Virgil was the man. But he got in the ring and he just man, I feel like he just made some
Put a
mistakes, like
dud on, man.
letting
Look,
Virgil
he
like
pissed me off, man. I thought he was going. I was thinking he
man.
was going to put up more of a fight than that, man. I'm
I feel like
still
he had the
sorry about
skills
losing on
too.
that one.
He had the skills to put up the fight. I feel like he just got comfortable because he was blocking the punches. He just got too comfortable, like thinking
On the ropes.
like he forgot Virgil got experience, like with pulling the guard down and stuff like that. Like that come with experience. Even I know, even in my fight, like I can see, like I need to pull his guard down, but that don't snap unless you've been working on it in the ring. Like that don't just pop into your
Right.
head. Oh, let me pull the guard down. Like it don't work like that. You got to actually practice that stuff. So and that's that experience. Like he just got too comfortable and got caught. But I feel like Lubin got some skills, man. He got some skills. He has skills to stay in that fight for a while, but I think he just got caught.
Facts, man. Facts. Yeah. So, we already said we kind of me and you both. We both in the air with Haney
Yeah,
and
I'm
Norman
up
in
in
that
there with
fight for
that.
sure. And of course, the main event, man, with David Benavidez and Anthony Yardy, man. This gonna be a high impact
Yeah.
action fight right here between these
Yeah,
two
they
big
going at
guys.
it.
David
David,
Benavidez, one of
man,
my
I
favorite fighters.
feel like David supposed to be a heavyweight probably. But
Mhm.
David, man, he just like he got an engine. One thing about David, he got an
Facts.
engine. He experienced too, like, and because he fought my boy, man, why I can't remember nobody's name right now. That Ronnie was training. David,
Oh,
that's
David
why.
Morrell.
David Morrell.
David
Yeah, that's
Morrell.
why I couldn't remember
Yep.
David's. But yeah, he fought Morrell. Morrell, I got sparring with Morrell. Morrell, real crafty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a chess match with us. It was some good sparring. But
Yeah. Yeah, I
yeah,
would have
like
loved to see that.
David, real crafty. Like Morrell, he real crafty. But man, there's something about that experience. Like ain't can't nothing don't nothing make up for the experience level that
Facts, man.
Benavidez just had. Because I feel like David had the skills to win the fight, but something about that experience, man.
Big time, man. Yeah, I'm saying with Yardy, a lot of people they looking at his fights where like they see that no, he's there, he's game early on in the fight, but when it gets later on in some of the fights getting taken into deep waters, he
Yeah,
fades off and everything. So that's like the perspective that a lot of people have on Yardy into this fight
yeah,
with David Benavidez, where people looking at it with DB like, yo, he's like one of the wrong guys to be
yeah.
in them
You
late
can't.
rounds with, because that man
Yeah, you
David
don't want to be in a
Benavidez, he
late
eats
round.
up as the fight gets going.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know how it's crazy. Like he literally heat up after the late rounds. But
If
yeah,
he
that
throwing
that
like
second win, like
it's like one of them Mexicans, like it's like he's one of them guys. You know them those movies with the Spanish crime families and stuff where 1,000 cuts, trying to give you 1,000 cuts. That's how
Yeah,
David
man.
Benavidez is.
Yeah, David Benavidez. That's not a guy you want to be in the. You don't want to be in the late rounds with David, man. He just turned into like it's like his animal instinct. He just start tagging you with everything. He throwing more punches now. All of a sudden, like it's crazy.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And let me ask you this question because this is a big question that I've been asking a lot of people that I've been having coming on the channel and stuff,
Mm.
which is very significant for boxing as well. How do you feel about the Ali Reform Act? You see, of course, you got Turkey Al Sheikh and Dana White. They've
I
been working
heard.
along with the Turkey out with the Ali, trying to basically change some stuff in the Ali Reform Act and stuff. So how do you
Yeah, I
feel about it?
heard because I wasn't entirely sure what it all consisted of and what was being affected. But I heard Oscar De La Hoya talking about that the main thing that they was trying to change was the as far as like how the purses go, like the promoter doesn't have to like fully disclose
Show,
like how
yeah,
much.
disclose the record, the books.
Yeah, so I feel that's ridiculous, man. That's just giving. That's just I feel like that's just opening the door for like janky promoters to just like mess their fighters over and just cheat them out of
Absolutely.
money because it's basically just taking dollars out of their pocket, basically. So yeah, that's not cool with me. I'm glad my promoter is not on the janky side. Like he actually a real cool dude, real fair. He do a lot for his boxers also. So and I didn't even know that before I signed with him. I was letting people get in my head talking about because I when I was growing up, I always hear, man, I still a Hoya, man. He ain't right. He be doing this and doing that. Man, you meet that dude, he is not like that, bro. So um you can't listen to everything you hear. I found that out. But yeah, that's kind of messed up how they doing that, how they messing with stuff.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's crazy because I've been speaking about a lot on the channel with the Ali Reform Act where they trying to change stuff in general, and then they basically trying to, have, their own, their own rankings, their own belts. They're not
Yeah.
going to recognize the sanctioning bodies belts with the
Mm.
WBC, the WBA, the WBO,
Yeah.
and the IBF. It's all Zuffa and Ring Magazine. That's what
Mm.
the vibes that they're trying to do right now, which is it's kind of crazy because those belts from the sanctioning bodies. Yes, it is business wise the sanctioning bodies do some crazy stuff in the business
Yeah.
for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I feel boxing is one of the dirtiest sports of all sports. Not
For
even
sure.
one. I think it is the dirtiest sport in my
Yeah,
opinion
as far as the
personally.
politics go, it's
But
crazy.
yeah, but I would say like a lot of people's trying to change for us. The sanctioning bodies and stuff. Which I feel like the sanctioning bodies. A lot of the fighters they they feel prestige with like those belts because a lot of the legends then held on to those belts and stuff
Yeah,
from the 3 belt era into the 4 belt era. So
right.
I understand the fighters. They still have a lot of love for those sanctioning bodies still in particular.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like you just shouldn't too much mess with tradition, like the tradition of
Hmm.
the sport with the sanctioning bodies. I feel like that should just kind of be left alone. But I feel like what they the plan and what they're trying to do, they just want to be able to make all the best boxers fight each other because there's a lot of ducking going on. There's be too much ducking. People are just avoiding certain fights. I feel like now that's what they trying to like get to. They trying to get to that to where it's like, okay, you going like the mandatories and all of that. They want you to fight like whoever the people want to see fight. A lot of times those fights never happen. So they want to be able to make
Right.
those fights happen. And I feel like that's a good thing to have in a to a certain extent, but I feel like that's just what the fans want. So they trying to bring more eyes back to boxing, and then that's how they doing it. But I just don't like the route in which they taking to do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you 100% because, they have put, certain guys in certain matchups and stuff. Of course, it's all upon you building, the fighters and stuff. But when it gets to a certain level,
Mm.
where they want to see, like, say for you, for instance, you there with, you and Terry, say you and Terramona, both of y'all are championship contenders and
Yeah,
stuff. the fans gonna want to see y'all get it cracking. They gonna want to see
Exactly.
y'all. They gonna
Hmm.
want to see that, because both of y'all guys are, two of the
Yeah,
top prospects in the heavyweight division. So in that future, when y'all in championship contention, they're gonna be clamoring for that fight.
exactly. Yeah. So
Definitely, man.
it's a good thing. It's a good goal they're trying to achieve. They just gotta their approach could be better. Like they could do that better. I feel like.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just before you already know, let everybody know some of the goals, and that you want to accomplish within the sport and everything.
Man, I want to be the best that ever did it. That's what I want to be the best that ever did it. Like the most complete. And when I say that, I mean like the most complete boxer. Like as far as like I just like I want my skill set to just be untouchable as far as like everybody. I want to like, and that comes from me pulling things from other boxers like Deontay Wilder's right hand. I want his right. I modeled my right hand after him, literally. So like pulling things from other boxers and just being complete and untouchable. Like can't even like when people talk about who the best. Like I want my name to be in that conversation.
Absolutely, absolutely. And belts, man. How you feel about the belts and stuff? I know some people, some of the fighters. I know some fighters.
I want that
They
Ring Magazine
care for
belt,
the belt
man. I want that Ring
for the
Magazine belt.
ring.
That's the
Okay,
one I want for like right tomorrow. Like I want that Ring Magazine belt. Man, that belt just it's such a classic, man. I
Steve.
feel like that's just yeah, man. I need that belt. That ain't the only one I need, but I just really want that one.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. And no, God has been a heavy influence in your life for sure, man. I see, you and your family, very, influenced by, the higher man above and stuff.
Yes,
Of course,
sir.
myself, he wake us up every day, start us on our way, prepares,
Mhm.
day by day for sure, man. And you could just speak a little bit as far as just your, relationship with the man above and just,
I
getting you
actually
through day by day.
I actually grew up in a family church, so God has always been a part of my life, and our relationship just continued to grow as I got older, and
Absolutely.
you started to lean on him more and just trust him more. And one thing about God, man, when you trust him and just stop worrying about stuff, that's when he starts surprising you for real. Like he just starts showing out.
Right.
So whenever it's something going on, I always trust God. I'm always praying. Like I want to be to be I want to be to the point to where I pray without ceasing because like I pray a lot now, like simple stuff like just oh God protect my little sister while she driving to the other side of town and I just stub my
Right.
toe. Please don't let it be broken, Lord. Like just small stuff, but
Right.
like I just
Right.
want to continue to build my relationship and man, he got me. If it wasn't for him, man, you know, telling where I would be at. And growing up in the South Side,
Absolutely.
Houston, I'd probably be in jail or somewhere
Mhm.
else. But man, God just kept me and he helped me to stay focused and not get into too much trouble. Cause I mean, I didn't I grew up on a rough side, but
Right.
I just never got into too much trouble to get out of. So yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact, man, for sure. Of course, it's big to have them in your life for sure. And I always, tell people like, gotta keep them first. You know what I mean? Stay focused, but waking up, you always, give him his time for sure, and trust in him because he always gonna make a way out of no way. I mean, always. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely. And I know. Definitely myself. Like I was praying for some stuff. I had some stuff going on early that God answered my prayers. I was like, Jesus, like you are
Yeah.
so amazing. Like
For
you
sure.
so
For sure.
amazing. Like it just be you gotta thank him for the smallest blessings. The smallest blessings
Bingo.
is
That's
so
the thing.
valuable. They are
And
so valuable.
that's where I've been at lately. Just thanking God for like me being because like where I am right now, I I don't forget to thank God for the things I prayed for like back then that I have now. Like me being
Right.
in my position, being a professional boxer, being 5-0, 5 knockouts, and having fans that I don't even know about and stuff like that. Like I just thank God for that. I'll never get like too caught up in what I have too And I just remember like with stuff I prayed for, like I got it. Stuff I prayed for, most of the stuff I have it now. So just always staying thankful, because when you forget to thank God for the things that you got and you praying for, then
For
he'll
real.
start snatching it from you, and then you will like tighten you up a little bit. So I
I
always try to
know, cause
remain
I know
thankful.
myself. I drift away at times, then stuff
Uh-huh.
start happening, and it's always to God to reconnect you and bring you closer with Him. You know what I mean? And I just
Yeah.
felt like with my relationship with Him recently, with all the trials and tribulations going on around the world, and myself and my family and stuff, like
Mhm.
literally, like I always gotta trust Him and stay faithful in Him, cause He
Yes, sir.
always gonna answer our prayers. In due time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Patience is definitely key. It's
Yeah,
definitely
that
key for
timing,
sure, man.
man. Nothing beats God's timing. That's the thing. You gotta accept that. Once you accept that, man, it's gravy. It's gravy.
Man, absolutely, man. This was amazing, man, for sure. So
So
anything new coming up, man? They got any I know they probably ain't
I
saying
got
nothing fight wise this a
yeah,
couple
I
weeks,
got
but
no
I know they probably got
dates.
some plans coming up.
I got no dates, but expect me to be just as busy as I was in
Top of
2025 and
2026.
2026. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, man. I'm excited, man, for sure, man. This has been an
Yeah.
honor to have you on here. I'll
Yeah.
definitely I hit you up a few weeks ago. You ain't reached back. I'm
Yeah.
like, God told me to reach back at you.
Mhm.
And I'm
Man,
reaching back
I be
at
forgetting, man. I'll forget quick.
her.
So if you like hit me again, then I'll be like, oh yeah, I got you, bet. Like I remember, like so yeah, like yeah, you just gotta hit me and hit
For
me again.
sure.
That's all I remember. I got like long
It
term
was
memory. I
amazing,
remember
bro. It's all God's timing with how everything works out for sure.
for sure.
I know last week I had an interview with Kenneth Bohiri, the PVC. He's the PVC director last
Uh,
week, and it was a and everything is just genuine and just all off of God's timing and God's will with these situations that's been
mhm.
coming about. And I gotta say, man, I gotta give you your flowers. You amazing and you definitely doing great things within the sport, man. And you got our platform always open for you. Anytime you want to come on and
That
talk
is
about
true.
anything you got going on, any business ventures, anything you want to come up and express yourself about
For sure.
whatever, man. We always open, man, and giving your flowers for everything you've been doing in the game, man. And we're honored to have you on, man, and definitely hoping to holler at you before this next fight, man, for sure. So we definitely,
Let's set
tap back
that
in. We
up,
lock
man.
in
That sound like
for
a
sure.
plan.
So we can build and promote this next knockout that you gonna have.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For sure, man. God bless, man. For sure. Appreciate you, man. Have a blessed
All
night, man. For sure.
right, man. You too.
You already know. Yeah, for sure, man. That was a great one. A great one right there with my guy, the Rocket, Joshua Edwards, man. Future star in the boxing game for sure. Make sure y'all hit that like button and y'all watch this on the playback for sure, man. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, man. We definitely working, man. This was another movie right here, and it's been a great one. Appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. Appreciate my brother, Mr. Arturistic, man, for the $10 bang in the cash app, man. Much love to my dog, Mr. Altruistic, man. That's my dog, man. Much love to everybody that watched tonight. And I would say we will be live. We'll be live with the final prediction show. I'll let y'all know. Y'all just gotta check into the community post. And if y'all follow me on my socials on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, I'll let y'all know when we'll be live for this final prediction show. It'll either be tomorrow evening or Saturday morning. I'm pushing for tomorrow evening, but most likely it'll probably be Saturday morning though. So definitely just stay tapped into the channel, man. Love y'all, man. This was a banger. Hope everyone have a blessed night. Everybody, go over to my sister Jag Queen Boxing. She is live right now. Jag Queen Boxing, my sister. She live right now. And we tuning in to my sister, man. Much love to y'all. And we out of here for sure.